Can you see?
Right there. Lays right on the jugular notch, attaches the clavicle to the clavicle, so it's interclavicular between the two clavicles. And its job is to resist clavicular depression, so it doesn't allow the clavicle to go down. And then as I come off the jugular notch and I'm right on the SC joint, we abbreviate everything, SC joint, sternoclavicular joint, I'm on the anterior sternoclavicular ligament. So as long as I'm in the space between the sternum and the clavicle, it just feels like a gap, like I go, okay, that's bone, then there's a little space, and then that's bone. The space is where the ligament is. It's tiny space, tiny space, tiny space, like not even the width of my finger. Okay, that's the anterior sternoclavicular ligament. There's also a posterior one, and they collectively prevent anterior-posterior translation of the clavicle. Okay, everybody good? So far, so good. Okay, then I come onto the proximal clavicle and I come down. Yeah, not comfortable. The space between the clavicle and the first rib, again, tiny space, not even the width of my finger. If I rub it this way, because it runs like this. So if I rub across it perpendicularly, that's the key with ligaments. If you're trying to palpate ligaments, run across them and you'll feel them. So if you know the ligament runs this way, I'll go across like this, and then you can feel the fibers, kind of the cross friction of the fibers going like this. Maybe out a little far. Go in more. Right about there, give or take. Okay? Costoclavicular ligament, obviously one on each side, prevents the elevation of the medial clavicle. Okay? Everybody good? So interclavicular, sternoclavicular, costoclavicular. So far so good? Mm-hmm. Okay. Get to my AC joint, come down off my distal clavicle to my coracoid process. Those are the coracoclavicular ligaments. They're the deeper ones. Trapezoid, conoid, the two names. Collectively palpate them, but there are two of them.
So you just go down to the coracoid and then push and feel the ligaments?
Mm-hmm. So you can either come down off the clavicle or you can go into the coracoid, whatever one works for you. And then the space in between is the coracoclavicular ligaments. You're thinking twice about volunteering for ligament palpation, aren't you? And they're not comfortable. Palpating ligaments are not comfortable. Okay, the coracoclavicular ligaments, trapezoid, conoid. They stabilize, helps the stabilization of the AC joint, and if they're injured, will cause AC separations. Cause that distal clavicle to pop up. Okay. Come back to my AC joint. If I'm right on my AC joint, I'm on my superior acromioclavicular ligament. There's also an inferior one that I can't get to. Again, stabilizes the AC joint, prevents clavicular elevation, the distal end of the clavicle elevating. If she separated her shoulder, clavicle would stick up, and I could push on it, and it would be springy, called a piano key sign, because you could spring it like a piano key. Okay? If I come just down, like I'm on my AC joint right here, and I'm gonna follow my acromion down a little bit, and then I go, ooh, that's one that's not really comfortable.
No.
Yeah. And on guys, this is gonna be difficult because you got to go through the anterior deltoid to get the coracoclavicular or the coracoacromial ligament. The roof of the subacromial space is under your anterior deltoid. So your anterior deltoid is coming up this way. So it kind of goes around to attach to the front part of the acromion, but it's that front edge of the acromion that comes down to the coracoid process, and that ligament under, so you got to push through the anterior deltoid to get to the coracoacromial ligament, the roof of the subacromial space, pathologically an issue with impingements of the shoulder. Okay? And then if I go a little bit more, let me see who has that marker. One of those markers. So check this out. The coracoclaviculars, the acromioclaviculars, the coracoacromial, and the coracohumeral are all in a space about this big. Okay? So, if I find our coracoid process, and I do the edge of her acromion, so I'm going to start over here, make it easier. Probably should ask you if I could draw on you. You okay with this? It's fine. A little late now, but.
This is in the right position.
Clavicle. What? Hang on.
I mean, you can turn your head to that, but you can't really see it.
Well, you'll see it when I'm done. Give me a second to do some lenses stability here. Okay. Let me show them where I'm supposed to be. Yep. AC. CCs. Coracoclaviculars. I need one more color.
What's on the to visually see?
Coracoacromial. Coracohumeral. That help?
So the orange is
Coracohumeral, coracoacromial, coracoclavicular, acromioclavicular. Do it again? Ready?
Yes.
Wait. I need.
There's so many coracoids going on.
This one's your coracohumeral. This one's your coracoacromial. This one's your coracoclavicular. And this one's your acromioclavicular. Coracohumeral, coracoacromial, coracoclavicular, acromioclavicular.
This is a superior one.
Just the superior one. Coracoclavicular is the trapezoid conoid ones. Coracoacromial is the roof of the subacromial space. Coracohumeral just reinforces the glenohumeral joint. From the coracoid process to the lesser tumor.
And which one was the one that just felt extremely uncomfortable that you were pressing on?
The coracoacromial. Yeah.
That's how I'm gonna try to remember it.
Yeah, that's the really. Coracohumeral was pretty uncomfortable too, but those bottom two are probably the really uncomfortable ones. Yeah, so there's 3 ligaments coming off that coracoid process. That's why your coracoid process is so tender, because not only do you have 3 major muscles coming off of there, but you also have 3 very important ligaments coming off of there. Okay? Everybody good? Coracohumeral, coracoacromial, coracoclavicular. There's 2 of them. And then the superior acromioclavicular. Does that help? And they're all in a space of about that big. All right? Okay? So get...
Don't watch that off.
Yeah.
I'll keep it fine.
Interclavicular, sternoclavicular, anterior sternoclavicular. Costoclavicular. Did you draw those ones too?
Yeah.
Your arm's fine?
Yeah, that's great.
Interclavicular.
Mom's gonna be like, what is wrong? I'm like, what did you, what?
Sternoclavicular.
Yeah, the first one.
Oh.
The really uncomfortable one. Costoclavicular. You want to label those 2?
Sure.
interclavicular, sternoclavicular. Don't be confused. Costoclavicular versus this other CC one is coracoclavicular. Okay.
Beautiful.
Okay. And that's all of the shoulder ones because the glenohumeral is not palpable. And what else is on that list? It's not palpable. The inferior AC and the posterior SC.
Oh, yep. I'm kind of rubbing it off.
Yeah, the more you pop it over the marker, the more it's going to come off on your hand.
Sorry.
So if you got your, hopefully you got your picture before everyone starts poking at her. All right, go. Check it out. Guys, get your prayer. Because they have to do with the X and the delta.